Start reclined, and I would recommend that you keep the knees bent and the soles of the feet to the floor. So you can kind of keep the feet as wide as the mat, but let the knees knock in. And that way your low back is supported. Allow the arms to be out by your sides, flipping the palms to face the ceiling. And then simply connect in. Starting by tapping into the soles of the feet, and notice the weight of the feet into the earth. Notice the knees and just the connection the knees are making with one another as they knock together. The weight of the hips and the shoulders. The back of the head, the back of the arms. Imagine you could actually leave an imprint of your body here on your mat. And as you arrive physically, take a minute to scan your thoughts, just noticing the quality and quantity of your thoughts today. And start to let them go as things arise. Recognize that they are coming through, but let them go. Don't attach a storyline or a to-do list to them. And to help with that, begin to tap into your breath. At first, simply noticing your natural inhale and your natural exhale. Imagining that the inhale is a basin of water filling all the way to the top, and just before it reaches the spillover point, you exhale and that water very slowly and steadily releases out through the back body. And then you feel again on the inhale, and release again on the exhale. Knowing that every time you breathe in, it's an opportunity to clear the mind once again. Imagining that you could take all of the thoughts, filling them, bringing them into that water and allowing them to release out as you exhale, taking with it tension so that breath releases, the thoughts release, and the tension around them releases as well. Allow the arms to come out to the side like angel wings, and with the knees still knocking together, simply allow them now to fall over to the right side of the mat. So you'll notice that your knees are staggered. You'll feel a gentle twist across your left side waist and right down through the front part of your left leg. As you inhale, draw the knees through center. Feet are still as wide as the mat. Knees drop to the left. Inhaling to come right through center. You'll draw both knees into the chest, drawing them toward one another, hugging the knees in deeply. And what tends to happen is the tailbone wants to rise up off of the floor. Try and pull the navel to the spine, which then presses the tailbone into the earth. Just feeling the entire spine lengthening across that mat, tucking your chin a bit and feeling even the back of the neck lengthen. Rock a bit from side to side here as you gently massage out the low back. And then slowly relax your hands, keeping those knees into the chest. You'll send the heels up to the ceiling. Flex your feet Just feel a gentle stretch over the backs of the legs. Release your right foot down. You're going to lift your shoulders up, reach behind that left leg. Hold for 3, 2, on 1, release the shoulders. Relax the left leg down. On an inhale, take the right leg up. And on an exhale, squeeze up through the navel and draw the shoulders off the floor. Releasing the shoulders, releasing the leg. Take the arms behind you, interlace your fingers. Press the palms toward the back wall and reach over to your right side. Feeling the stretch come down the left side of your body, trying to keep your shoulder down on the earth. And then coming back through center, reach over. And as you come back through center, hug the knees in toward the spine once again, chest once again. Pulling the knees in, squeezing tightly. And on an inhale, you're going to extend those knees out a bit. So pushing the shins into the hands so that the arms extend. On an exhale, bend the elbows, pull the knees in. Inhale, press out. Exhale, pull in. Last time, inhale, press out. Exhale, pull in. Again, we relax the hands, take the legs up, flex those feet. You're going to let the left leg come down this time. Come up, grabbing behind the leg. And now hover that left heel up off of the floor, only if it feels okay on the low back. Press out through both heels, holding 3, 2, and switch with the shoulders lifted. Left leg comes up, interlace behind that leg. Hover your right heel, 3, 2, and 1. Both legs up, hands behind the knees, rock up to seated. Coming up to seated with the soles of the feet on the floor, you'll take the hands behind the knees. Lift and open your chest as you breathe in. Round and rinse out. Push back through the back. Inhale, lift and open. Exhale, round and release. Last time, you'll lift and open. Take the hands behind you. Pressing the heels of the hands so fingertips are facing into your body. Heels of the hands press into the floor. Press the feet into the floor and lift your hips up, reverse tabletop pose. Feel the stretch across the backs and fronts of the arms. Holding 3, 2, and 1. Release down. Hug the knees, round the spine. Tuck your chin. And lengthen to neutral. Hands behind once again. Taking reverse tabletop, we'll lift up. Shift your left foot into the center of the mat and extend your right leg out, holding 3, 2, and 1. Everything drops down. Round into the knees, tuck your chin. Coming back to neutral, hands come behind. Press into feet and hands, lift to reverse tabletop pose. Extend that left leg out. And then drop the sole, drop the hips, round into the knees. And slowly coming back up to neutral, take the soles of your feet to touch. And you'll grab hold of those ankles, hi Mariah, and lift and open across your chest. We're going to circle around here, circling right to left, feeling the inner thigh and hip crease. And then we're going to circle left to right 3 times. Lifting up through the chest as you come through center. And then gently let the elbows drop into the inner knees and fold forward. Feeling the upper spine round just a bit and feeling a stretch across your low back. Slowly draw the shoulders back over your hips. Take your right foot and cross it in front of your left foot. And here you might want to walk the sits bones back just a bit so you don't feel tucked under through the tailbone. Let's inhale to take the arms up overhead. And as you exhale, fold forward, tense your fingers in front of you. Broaden the chest through the shoulders and feel that in your hips, very specifically in your right inner hip crease. Slowly start to walk your hands over to your left upper corner and push back through that right hip. Now, if I were teaching you in person, I would come around and give you an assist. So I'm going to teach you how to self-assist here. Your left hand is going to plant to the floor. Your right hand is going to come to your hip crease. You're going to take the thumb to the inner thigh, press down and pull out as if you're peeling the inner thigh open. And then keep stretching. With that right hand there, you're going to feel more in the hip and you're going to feel more in the low back. Slowly draw the shoulders back over the hips and inhale the arms up. As you exhale, take the left hand behind you, right hand across left knee, wring out and twist. Every inhale, the chest lengthens, and every exhale, you wring out just a bit deeper. As you inhale, come through center, lift those arms up. And again, one more time, fold forward. So you might feel you can come a bit deeper here now. Sending the chest through the shoulders, sending the hips back. And then walk those shoulders back over the hips. We're going to change the way our legs are crossed. So left will come in front, right will come behind. Taking the arms up on a breath in and folding forward on a breath out. Pushing back through those hips, and feeling that left inner hip crease. Begin to walk your hands to the upper right corner of the room, pushing back through the left hip, feeling that stretch come into the hip and the low back. Feel free to give that self-assist with the right hand planting into the floor and the left hand pressing down and outward through that hip as you stretch deeper. Slowly draw back, shoulders over hips, lift the arms up on a breath in. Take your right hand behind and your left hand across right knee as you come into a twist. Again, your breath in lifts the spine tall and your breath out wrings you out. Slowly we'll come back through center, arms will rise. One more forward fold. With the fingers tented, allows you to put some weight back into your hips. And now we're going to slowly find our way up to hands and knees, however is easiest for you to arrive there. Just finding tabletop pose here. We're going to start by stepping back with our right toes and pushing through that heel. Really feel the calf begin to stretch. And if it feels okay on the body, curl your left toes under and just hover that knee up as the hips press back. And you get a little bit deeper into that right leg. Slowly relaxing that left knee down, taking the right knee to meet it. And then extend back through left toes. Pushing back through that heel as if you want to stamp the entire sole on the floor, even though that won't happen today. And then curl those right toes as you hover that right knee up and push back through the left heel even more. Slowly release right knee, release left knee to meet it. Find a cat-cow here as the belly draws down and the chest lengthens forward. You breathe in. And then you round the spine out. Keeping your spine rounded, press your hips back towards your heels, feeling that nice length through your low spine. And then starting to push the hips over to the left side. Coming through center and pushing over to the right side. And back to your neutral spine here. Let's step right toes back behind us once again, this time lifting up to hip height. Pulling the navel into the spine, pushing the floor away with the hands, and then extending those left fingertips out in front of us. So right leg, left arm, holding in balance. Really connect through the palm, through the top of your foot. Feel connected to the earth. Keep your gaze forward and down. Tap pinky and then toes to the earth. Lift up. Tap pinky finger and toes to the earth. Lift up. Last time, tapping down. You'll lift up and then pull elbow and knee under the body, trying to connect. Inhale. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, extend. Last time, exhale, crunch. You're going to hold this crunch here, really make that connection. And then extend all the way out. Let's drop the left hand down. Your left foot will turn sideways. So you're going to actually peel the body open. I'm going to show you sideways what this looks like. So the left foot is like a kickstand behind you. The right leg lifts up. So the modified side plank pose here. Let's reach that arm over the ear, bicep by ear. And on an exhale, take the elbow and knee in front of the body. Inhale, extend. Exhale, crunch in. 2 more times, extend, pull in. Last time, extend and pull in. Now, as you extend, you're going to tap that foot all the way to the floor, sole of the foot to the floor. Reach up and over, make this beautiful arch in the side of your waist. Take that top arm up. Spin the arm under the body, touch your opposite shoulder blade. You'll inhale up, exhale, tap and twist. Last time, inhale up, exhale, tap and twist. Beautiful. As you inhale up, you're going to slowly close off to tabletop pose once again, coming back to hands and knees. Let's step back through left toes, lifting the left leg up to hip height, extending out through right fingertips. Really connect with the earth. Push into that left hand to extend that arm and feel supported in the bones. Drop the pinky finger, drop the toes, tap the earth, and then lift up. Tap and lift up. Last time, you'll tap, lift up, and then pull elbow and knee in, make the connection, extend out. Pull in, extend out. 2 more times, pulling inward, extend, and last time you're going to pull inward, hold, make that connection, and then extend out. As you drop the right hand down, turn your right leg and you're going to turn sideways. So you'll be facing the left side of your room. I'll face forward for you. Reach the arm up overhead, take the leg to hip height. Take a deep breath in, extend the body, and on a breath out, elbow and knee touch. Inhale to extend, exhale, elbow and knee. Inhale and exhale. Last time, inhale. Now, exhale, extend, drop the foot down, planting into the sole of the foot, reach up and over, making that deep side waist stretch. Slowly take the left arm up, and you're going to sweep under, tap the opposite shoulder blade. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, tap under. Good. Inhale, sweep. Last time, tap under. And now as you sweep up, you'll close it off to tabletop pose and find a cat-cow here. In your rounded spine and cat back, push all the way back to child's and then allow the spine to lengthen out. Spine should feel completely neutral here. Let's walk the palms to touch and take the thumbs back to the nape of the neck as you bend the elbows. If that's too much in your body, keep the arms extended, that's fine. Slowly release the arms, rise back up, tabletop pose. We're going to take the right hand into the center of the mat and inhale up through the left arm. As you exhale, twist and land into the shoulder and the temple. You can extend the right fingertips out in front of you, or perhaps take the right hand to the small of the back. If you do that, roll the shoulder open. Another option here would be to walk your left knee into center and extend your right toes back behind you. Just a little, it's just kind of taking everything we've done and bringing it together. Totally optional. Falling over to the left is normal. Slowly release. You're going to draw the knee down if it was extended. Take your right hand to the earth, unthread the left arm, and plant your left hand to center. Inhale up through the right arm, and exhale, land into the shoulder, land into the temple. Option to extend the left arm and stay here, or take that left hand to the small of the back. Perhaps extending through the left leg, maybe lifting it up, your choice. If you choose to lift the leg up into the air, you just want to keep the navel pulling into the spine. Releasing down from whichever variation you took and unthreading that right hand. Walk the hands out now, happy puppy pose, tailbone and hips and knees stay stacked, tailbone lifts toward the ceiling. And you think about the chest drawing down and forward to the top part of your mat. If it's too much on your shoulders, allow them to bend out to the sides. And slowly drop all the way down to the earth. From here, you'll lean to your right slightly and reach back to grab hold of the left leg. And then just roll back to center. So now you're completely centered on your mat. Draw your heel into your glute. Push the front of your hip point into the floor and feel that stretch across the quadricep. Fully connected here to the earth, really just feel supported, not going further than the body wants tonight. Releasing the left leg down. Make a pillow with your forearms. Bend both knees. Windshield wiper the feet from side to side. And then relax those legs down. Leaning now slightly to the left so you can roll and reach for your right leg. Pulling that heel into the glute as you square off. And pushing the front of the hip into the earth. And slowly release that leg. Make a pillow with your forearms. Rest your forehead. Windshield wiper your feet side to side. And then relax those feet down. Walk your hands back. Come right back up to hands and knees. And let's take the right leg out beside us. And begin to walk the hands back. So now you're standing onto your left knee. Inhale to take your arms up. As you exhale, you're going to reach for that right leg and come up and over very deep across the left side of your waist. Inhale, sweep up. As you exhale, left hand plants to the earth or a block, and you'll reach up and over. So very similar to what we did in our modified side plank. But now we're going to move with the breath. Inhale up. Exhale right. Inhale up. Exhale left. Inhale up. Exhale right. Stay here. Take your right rib cage. Imagine you could close it off. Left rib cage. Close it off toward the right and grab hold of somewhere on your right arm. You're going to feel a deep twist across your ribs and the big muscle in your low back, the QL, quadratus lumborum. Nice deep stretch there. Don't forget to breathe. And then slowly circle the hands around. Push your hips back towards your heels. So you feel the inner thigh on the right leg. We're going to inhale up, shoulders stacking over wrists. Exhale back. Inhale up. Last time, exhaling, we're here for 3 breaths. You can stay on the hands or perhaps the forearms can come down. But wherever you are, think about lengthening your spine. Beautiful. Slowly you're going to rise up. Draw that right leg forward now and take your hands to your right knee. Drop down into your hips. Feel the stretch across the front of your left hip. For those of you who worked out with me yesterday, I apologize if your thighs hurt, but they won't next week. All right, you're going to lift those hips, flex the foot back, and fold your chest forward. Now, what we want to avoid is folding from the belly, right? So I'd rather see the body up higher away and lengthening your chest, imagining your lowest rib drawing towards your knee and your chest drawing towards your big toe. Moving now with the breath. We're going to inhale, rise up, and exhale, sink low. Inhale, rise, and exhale, fold. Inhale, rise, and exhale, sink. Last time, rise up, fold, stay here. Right hand is going to come into your hip. So the thumb kind of stuffs into the hip crease and you pull down and backward. Left hand comes across outer shin or knee and you start to angle the chest to the right pinky toe. So you're drawing a line from center chest to outer pinky toe. Beautiful. Slowly rise up. Take your hands to your hips. This one is a little bit awkward, but we've done this position with the foot already. Your left foot's going to kick behind you, make that kickstand. Your body's going to turn to the left, and your hips are going to sink towards your right heel. So from the side, it looks like this. So the left leg is behind my knee, my right foot faces forward, and I drop down. Feel a little bit like a wishbone here through the inner thigh, like, but it's a good one. You can take your right hand to your knee and just rest there. You can take your left hand to your hip. If you have blocks or some piece of furniture in front of you, you can certainly lean into that. Slowly lift the hips back. Send the right knee in line with the left knee. And take a minute to just sit back into your heels. Allow the hands to rest onto the knees. Close the eyes. Tap into the legs. Notice the difference that you feel between the right and the left sides. Don't attach labels, just notice if you feel a difference. And then as you inhale, open the eyes, lift up. Take your hands to the center chest. Take your left leg out to the side. Allow that left arm to reach down the leg, the right arm to reach up and over. Deep stretch across the side of your waist. On an inhale, lift up. And on an exhale, right hand to the earth, left hand over. Really stretch. Now moving with breath. Inhale, rise. Exhale, release over. Inhale, rise. Exhale, release right. Inhaling, rise up. Exhale over, stay here. Take the right rib cage, close it toward the left rib cage, and grab hold of somewhere on your arm. Feel that stretch come right over the low back and the intercostal muscles that weave across the backs of the rib cage. Slowly circle the hands down to the earth, keeping that left foot out. Shift your weight back in your hips. Feel the inner thigh open. And come right back up. Good. Shift your weight back. Coming back up. Last time, shift your weight back. Hands can stay to the earth or perhaps forearms drop down, but we're here for 3 breaths. Coming right back up. Hands are going to plant. You'll swing that left foot forward and take your hands to your knee as you drop the hips forward and down. Allow the shoulders to roll down away from the ears. Just feel the front part of that right thigh open up. Slowly, we're going to shift the hips back, send the sole of the left foot up. And just find that nice long spine, keeping the chest broad and open. Now moving with breath, on an inhale, we lift the hips, and on an exhale, we sink them low, moving slowly. On an inhale, we lift, and on an exhale, we fold. Finding the bottom of that breath before moving again into the inhale and sinking into the exhale. Last time, inhale and exhale. Left thumb now, hip crease, pulling down and back, reaching the fingertips now across that left shin and angling the chest toward the left pinky toe. Slowly coming back through center, find your lunge. We're going to send the right leg back into that little kickstand and drop the hips towards your left heel. So again, sideways it looks a little bit like this. So this is called Fragen pose. It's frog in your right leg, dragon in your left leg. I call it a different F word, but not today. I'll refrain. It's not my favorite pose, but it's good for me. So again, hand can stay to right hip, other left hand can stay to left knee. Wherever you are, try not to let that left knee fall inward. You want to track the knee back towards your pinky toe. That's going to lengthen the inner thigh. And then you're going to draw right back through center, finding your hands and knees. And this time, curl your toes under as you press your hips back to your heels, sitting here in toes pose, and allowing the soles of the feet to open up. While we're here, if it gets to be too much, you can drop to the tops of the feet. But while we're here, we're going to interlace the fingers. Draw the knuckles down and back, lift the chest, and feel that deep arch in the spine. If it becomes too much, come back to neutral or simply draw the navel to the spine. And slowly release. Coming once again to a seated position, we'll come forward, we'll come down to the right hip and forward with the right shin. So we're sitting in this kind of 90-degree angle with the legs. Lifting your chest up and lengthen that spine over your right shin as you fold down, either with hands extended or forearms to the earth. Allow the chin to tuck very slightly so you feel length in your neck. And then slowly begin to bring your hands over to your left side. That will intensify that stretch. Coming slowly back through center, leaning into your hands, roll to the right shin and extend the left leg behind you as we come into pigeon pose. So in pigeon, odds are high that your right hip will be up off of the floor. You can take something under it to bring that floor to meet your hip, or else you can just stay propped into your hands so that you don't roll off to the side. You just want to keep the hips square if possible. For a little bit more activity in the hip, a little bit more sensation, curl the left toes under and push back through the heel. That will take the knee up off the floor, and you're going to feel more across your right glute. If the toes were curled, allow that leg to relax down. 2 more breaths here in pigeon. Walk the hands back. Couple of options here. We're going to stretch the quadricep out. You can do it from pigeon, or you can come down to the floor like we did previously. So I'll demonstrate both. From pigeon, you'll lean to your right hand and reach back with your left hand to grab the left foot. So again, I'll just turn sideways so you can see that. Reaching back. Or simply lie down, prone, and draw in. Same stretch, one is just a little bit deeper. Wherever you are, that left hip is pressing down and forward, and you'll feel that come much deeper into your quadricep. We're here for 2 more breaths. And release the leg. You're going to find your way, however you need to get there, onto your left hip now. So left hip comes to the earth, left foot and shin forward, right foot behind. Lengthen your spine up and forward and walk those hands, over the shin. Forearms can come to the earth if that's comfortable in the body. And then begin to walk your hands over to the upper right corner of the mat. My dog is losing his mind outside, and I have no idea what's going on back there. It's making me crazy. Walk your hands back. I apologize if you can hear it. Lean into your hands and extend that right leg behind you. Just be careful of the knee. So if the knee aches here and it's torquing at all, keep that right leg bent the way we just had it. This is, again, it's just a deeper hip opener. So you can either stay in the same one longer or come a little bit deeper, your choice. But once you're in pigeon and you feel the hips are square, curl the right toes under and push back through your heel. You'll feel that come much deeper into that left hip. And then just relax that foot down and stay here for 3 more breaths. Begin to walk your hands up. Again, we're going to go for that quadricep stretch, your choice and how you get there. I'm going to reach back with my right hand to grab the right foot, and I'm going to try and square that right hip off. Or you can lie flat and reach back for that right leg. Release the foot, and you'll find your way back, however you get there, to hands and knees. Drawing the belly down, walk the hands out, happy puppy pose. Sliding forward onto forearms. Drawing the right knee into half frog. So everything that we've done has gotten us to this point. Right hand out, left hand under, your choice. Right hand can extend forward, or right hand can come to small of back, and you can begin to twist. If you have gone for the twist, the right hand might reach for that extended left foot, so the foot that's behind, and by doing so, you're getting a little bit of quad stretch, a much deeper twist, and a little bit of shoulder stretch on that right shoulder. Slowly unwind from that pretzel that you've created. Plant the right hand down to unthread the left and slide that right leg, long to meet the left. Make a pillow with your forearms, rest your forehead, and windshield wiper those feet. Relaxing the legs down, allow the left leg to come out into half frog. Extend the left arm so you can thread the right arm. And then you can hang out right here, or you can take the left hand up and perhaps twist. If you so choose, you can bend that back leg and reach back to grab it. And if you do have hold of the foot, you want to be on the pinky toe edge, so the palm is facing the ceiling. And then you can kind of kick that foot into the hand, and you're going to feel it open up that shoulder more. It's a doozy. Come all the way back, unwinding, planting your left hand, unthreading the right, extending both legs behind, and make that pillow as you bend the knees and windshield wiper the feet. Slowly relaxing those legs down. Take the hands under your shoulders. Press up to tabletop pose. And then find your way, kind of flip over like a pancake. Find your way onto your back just like we began. Relaxing all the way down. Taking these right into chest and just rocking a bit from side to side. Let's take the sole of the left foot down to the earth. With the hands on the right shin, press that right shin actively out and feel the arms extend a bit. So you're feeling fully active in that leg. The glute is actually doing quite a bit of work to kick that shin into the hand. Good, release your right leg down. Take the other side. Left knee into the, or shin, into the basket of the hands. Push. So feeling that glute activate, and then relax that down. You're going to take the hands by your side so they kind of straddle the thighs here and slowly roll up. Take the feet up off of the floor. Push your shins into your hands. Feel that around the upper spine. So as you push your shins into your hands and your arms extend, you're going to feel a broadening across your shoulder blades. Tuck your chin here and you'll feel the space between the blades open up. And slowly release that down. Extend your legs down your mat. Take your arms out like angel wings. And walk your legs over to the right as you cross left ankle over right ankle. Interlace your hands behind your head, over your head, and flip your palms. Reaching now over to your right side. So your body is kind of the shape of a banana here. Feeling that stretch all the way down the side of the body on the left. Slowly draw everything back through center. Begin to bring your legs to your left side, cross your right ankle over, and reach to your left, trying to keep the right shoulder blade on the earth. Slowly bring everything back to center. Take the basket of the hands and draw the knees into it. Make circles 3 times to your right and 3 times to your left. As you come back through center, take the hands behind the knees, send both feet up. Flexing the feet back, you're going to grab just behind the shins and bend your elbows as you pull back. Now again, tailbone might want to lift up off of the floor. Actively pull the navel to the spine to push that tailbone down, and just feel one final stretch through those hamstrings. Relax your hands here. Allow the hands to fall to the sides, but just let your legs release a bit. So they're still up in the air, but you soften. Knees soften, no more flexing the feet. Allow the eyes to close. And feel rooted to the earth here. Through the back of the head. Again, maybe tucking the chin just a bit as you feel the neck lengthen out. Feel the shoulder blades release. Palms are face up. Maybe spread the fingertips and reach the fingertips out to either side, and then relax and see where they land. Feel the entire spine on the earth, and the hips are cemented to the earth with the weight of the legs dropping down into the hip sockets. Slowly, you're going to relax your left leg all the way down the mat. Take your hands, gentle grip behind your right knee, and simply roll up. Try and touch forehead to right knee. Hold 3, 2, and 1. Relax shoulders down. Relax hands down. Right leg meets left leg. Left leg rises up. Again, light grip behind the knee. Slowly bending the elbows, crunching up, rolling up, forehead touches knee, hold 3, 2, and 1. Release shoulders, release hands, and release left leg next to right. Allowing the feet to splay open, the hands to rest out to the sides, and find your Shavasana. Closing the eyes and surrendering the weight of the body into the earth. Take a minute here, scanning the body from head to toe. Perhaps if it feels right, on an inhale, tense up every muscle in the body. Make a fist, squeeze the glutes and the quads, squeeze the skin of the face. And then as you exhale, release that tension out of the body. Imagine you could actually feel it melting out of the tips of the fingers and out of the tips of the toes. As you surrender, allow your mind's eye to come to the top of your head. Imagining a single point of light resting there. Watching as it gently softens down over the skin of your face. Imagine it's releasing any lines and creases. Feel your teeth and your lips gently separate, and the tip of your tongue drop away from the roof of your mouth. the mind has wandered, guide it back to the light as it softens to the center of your throat and radiates out across your collarbones. Light melting over the shoulders and down the arms to the elbows, to the wrists, to the palms of the hands and out across the tips of your fingers. Imagining that no tension remains, but only 10 tiny points of light rest here. And you watch as the light gently softens up the arms and meets in a single point at the center of your chest. From center chest, watch as the light softens to center belly. From center belly to low belly. From low belly to the base of the spine. Feeling and watching that light melt and release out across your hips. Down the legs to the knees. From knees to ankles. Ankles out across the tops of your feet and over the tips of your toes, where tension releases out and leaves behind only 10 tiny points of light. Watching as those points begin to meet and wrap around the soles of your feet, rising over the backs of your heels and up the legs to your hips. Light softens over your low back, up across the spine to the backs of the shoulders, over the neck to the back of the head. And releases to the crown where it began. Surrendering here into that white light. Slowly begin to bring your attention back to your physical body simply by breathing deeper. And as the breath begins to awaken the body, allow it to bring some movement, perhaps through fingers and toes or ankles and wrists. Stretching in any way that feels comfortable, and then slowly drawing the knees into your chest as you make your way off to one side and press up to a comfortable seat. As you arrive in your comfortable seat, allow your hands to rest on your knees, knuckles down, palms facing upward. Taking this final moment fully present to notice any changes you might feel physically or energetically in the body. And reflecting here, a quote from Meditations from the Mat by Rolf Gates: "When you relinquish, then you expand." In practice, we have the opportunity to cultivate sustained attention that we will be able to bring into our everyday lives. This is all well and good, but first we have to develop that sustained attention on the mat or on the meditation cushion. The first step is always the same. The first step is to show up. By arriving, we allow the process of relinquishing to begin. And as always, I thank you for arriving on your mat. No matter the extent of your practice, you've begun the process. As we inhale, the arms will rise overhead. And as we exhale, the palms will touch and land just in front of center chest. Sealing our time together with a single round of Om, inhaling. Om. Surrendering the head to the heart as you swallow in the back of your throat. Raising your thumb knuckles to center forehead. All that is light and love in me honors and shines to all that is light and love in each of you. Thank you for arriving on your mat. Namaste.